everyone, my name is Fluffy Chef here and welcome back to another Minecraft anime builds. Today we are doing Unhappy, and right now this is the logo. Now this was very interesting to me because not only did I do all four corners of the clover, but I also did my best to imitate the little symbols. Also, I believe they're called koji. My editor will correct me on that if I'm wrong. To the best of my abilities, and this came out rather perfect, and I am in love with it. In love. Ignore the back. That will be for the next, of course, idea, build, whatever we're calling this. This is Timothy. He is a robot bunny in the show Unhappy, and he is, I'm not gonna spoil it, but he is by far one of my favorites of the show. And we can even go inside since Timothy is a robot. He sells bunnies. I thought this was a rather grand idea, selling bunnies on the side. We even have a little barrel that has the bun bun table, which is obviously adorable, And then if you go up here, there should be other bunnies as well. And of course, a little secret that's not really a secret, It's a secret bed area for you to sleep and for you to store your carrots and name tags, for your customers and maybe your diamonds or whatever valuable you also put in here. There's also an ender chest. That way the person or people can, get their resources and, pay for all of this. And it's a weird double door. Very weird, but I absolutely love it. He was one of the more difficult builds I had to do because it was a full 3D and not to mention completely almost pure white, but I used the snow block so that way it has like this very interesting kind of like hairy feeling. Like if you were to see this, you would be like, "Oh, I want to touch it," And his eyes are also on spot with a little button nose and little rosy cheeks. Oh, so adorable. And next, symmetrical issues. Now this is a billboard. This billboard is loved by one of the girls who I'm blanking out the name of. And this guy is unsymmetrical. If you see right here, in this little ear, right here. I'm going to point it out because it's been bothering me ever since I finished building it. Right here, it's off. Centered by one block. Now, if I put it too close, the hair is going to be too close to the eye. So, yeah, just deal with the unsymmetry from right there. But it's the only issue I had. Other than that, pretty good for my pixel art skills, Pretty good, The color scheme is pretty spot on, besides for a few, of course, colors. Other than that, I am very proud of myself. On to the next. Oh, my favorite part. What anime isn't complete without, of course, the classic classroom? Now you enter. Now this classroom was taken inspiration from the show itself, but you could literally have this building for any show of anime that involves a classroom. So this is of course, the little blackboard, although it's technically green. We have a little lectern up here for the teacher, a little area for the teacher to sit. I used the smithing table because look at this. It looks so rather kind of like teacher-esque. And these kind of feel like keys or like little drawers within. We have a barrel which has a lot of arrows? Anvils? What? You would know what that means if you've seen the show. And over here, of course, we have the little chairs and tables. Now, there are a total of 5 different girls that we follow in the show. But as you notice, there are 6 tables. And that's for a very good reason. If you read the manga, you would know why there are 6 tables instead of 5. Now, I know all of them have the smoker, but the smokers have this, illusion that, just pretend like this gray is, the background of the class, and this wooden part, or at least it looks like wood to me, is the actual table. And not to mention, at the very front, this kind of looks like a little cubby. it looks like a little cubby, and of course it has a little carpet on top to signify that it's more wood. In the back we have, of course, the beehives, I believe, to kind of like pretend that it's like, you know, a little drawers that you could like pull out. You even have a bookcase with an empty bookshelf. Students really need to put the books back in. It's not really that decorated because, again, in the show it's not really that heavily decorated, and I'm pretty sure I missed a few things, but other than that, it's pretty spot on. You know, I'm pretty proud of myself. And also, the teacher right here is my favorite character of the show. Just so you know, who's your favorite character? By the way, who's your favorite character? Tell me down in the comments below, please, and thank you. Last but not least, this is more of a rather strange maze. So the rule is you have to go in the direction that the arrow is pointing, you know? No matter which direction the arrow is pointing, you have to follow it. All the way to, of course, the medical kit. First aid kit. Yeah, the first aid kit, not medical kit. So yeah, so this represents two very different characters. One who is always getting lost, which is represented by the arrows, and one who is constantly in frail health. Which honestly, it kind of looks amazing since it's see-through. I would have done. I wanted to use concrete, but something about the glass was just like matched the character a lot more. Of course, it just matched her more. It really does. So those are all the builds, of course, for and happy. I hope you enjoy it. And of course, there's one more thing for a bonus. If I can make it over there, make it. Oh, don't worry about those things. But this, now the show and happy focus on, of course, girls who are very, very unlucky, and they have to, I guess, go through school and try to figure out what their luck is, I suppose. I think that's the best I could explain it without giving too much away. So here is the worst ever iron form you can possibly see. And I say worst ever because supposedly an iron golem is supposed to spawn here and just walk into lava while you're trying to, of course, hold a zombie and maybe a villager hostage, of course. And there's even like a little bed so the villager can sleep in. This is where they normally stand. It's not very efficient, as you can see. In fact, it probably doesn't even work at all. But that's kind of the point. That's kind of the point. This is supposed to show how unlucky the girls are. Even if things end up going their way, one way or another, they still have horrible luck. And I think this best represents the show. And of course, we have something like a little extra. If you're wondering how to make a Ender Dragon talk, you know, just for the sake of fun, just put a little redstone, a little lever, and boom, talking dragon head. Done. So up next is, I believe, the villainess. What was the name of the show? I'm pretty sure I'll remember it. See you all next time.